You know, it's great and all that we, helped save someone from an abusive boyfriend. But the plant's more important, let's be honest. At least the plant gives us kindness. Hey everyone, welcome back to more Persona 5 Royal. I'm SlayerMathis, and last time, we did a very quick run through Mementos. Now going to be a proper run for what I'll usually do with having the other things to discuss about the game. Just a quick thing, took care of 2 requests. Next time we head to Mementos, it should be good. And this time, we're going to continue on with our investigations towards...
Look at you! How can you expect to write for a fashion magazine when you dress like a fashion victim?
Because I really like words and pants.
Nice.
There's something I was saying. I forgot what it was.
I see.
Get a little bit more charm, which is very nice. That's more one that we are lacking the most, only having level 2.
Well then.
At level 3, we can start talking to Hifumi. That's someone who I forgot to mention the voice actor of last time. Last time we did go quickly through the voice actors of a bunch of the different people.
It's so hot.
And humid. Wish the rainy season would end soon. By the way, June's almost over. We defeated Kaneshiro, so we can rest easy for a while, I guess. So what do you want to do today? Maybe something like a trip to Mementos? We just did that yesterday! Breaks are important. We don't have any requests on the message board on. We took care of that yesterday. You were in the party the entire time. What the hell? Yusuke wants to continue on. And I think he's our only one. Yep. So I guess we have to go it. Well, oh, what a shame we have to talk to Yusuke. Ugh. Obviously, I'm fine with talking to Yusuke. Matt Mercer, great job with Yusuke, the absolute weirdo. I don't actually... I should have an emperor. What am I talking about? Right. I do, with Eligor. That said, maybe we can make a new one. I don't know.
You sir?
You wished fusion.
Because we did level up to level 26, which can get us Isis, which sounds weird out of context. And also, we've been able to get Naga for a while. You know what? Let's start grabbing some of these.
Not terrible. Select the skills.
Let's start off by grabbing this Naga. It'll give you a lot of physical. Make you a real buff boy. That we can't exactly.
It's
Giant Slash! The Naga is going to be our first call of the day. Let me just pull up my notes on Naga, because I don't have them right on my beck and call. Naga are found in Hindu and Buddhist mythology. They are half humans, half snakes, and they are generally associated with water. Usually, they're not really all too important for the most part. However, there is one that is 3 that are actually very important. One of them is Takshaka. Takshaka, Chief of Snakes. We will get into the other 2 at later points because they also show up as personas. In Buddhism, the king of the Naga, Muchalinda, or probably Mukalinda, sheltered the Buddha from the rain while he meditated. I believe this was out in, what am I trying to say? I believe this would have been out while they were in I Am Struggling. While he was out in Tibet, probably. I don't know the full story. Not versed in a lot, well, not deeply versed in a lot of mythologies. Sometimes the Naga are depicted as full snakes with 3 heads. And this is the first time I've used the book Indian Mythology, Tales, Symbols, and Rituals from the Heart of the Subcontinent by Devdutt Patnaik. The Naga were said to live underground, and they were associated with fertility and renewal. And they had a conflict with the Garuda. We will get to the Garuda later in time. Right after this, we have Isis, which is really our first really big one that we've grabbed. We have had some, interesting ones before, but Isis is really the first major being that we found. Fuki, by the way,
okay with this?
I will get to Fuki at a later point.
Select the skills you'd like
Fukisuki
to enhance.
and Kinki, as well as Onyoki, I believe, is the last one. So, again, I'll get to those at some point, but it won't be for a while. Isis is an Egyptian goddess and is also the first time that we'll be using another book, The Complete Gods and Goddesses of Ancient Egypt by Richard H. Wilkinson. Isis she didn't do all too much, but... Okay, well, she didn't do all too much, but what she did do, not much in terms of quantity, what she did in terms of, actually doing was really important. Because she was the sister wife to Osiris, who she brought back to life, and then eventually became the mother of Horus, not the goddess of Ra. I think we'll get into Horus later. I don't actually remember exactly if we get into Horus. Don't have... Yes, I do realize that I did actually skip out on my Emperor. Whatever, it's fine. Anyways, Isis protected Horus even at the cost of her own safety. There was a story where she got poisoned by a... What was it? It was by a... Some of these I don't actually have in my notes. I just have going off the top of my head. Poisoned by a scorpion. Eventually, she did... and we can't get Tamlin quite yet.
You finished.
Got poisoned by a scorpion, eventually did get healing. She was added to a little bit of a healing pantheon following that. Or I think it was actually... Yeah, she protected Horus from a snake bite. Oh, and I didn't even pick up my Emperor. Protected Horus from a snake bite. That ended up saving him from dying of poison. Not snake bite, scorpion sting. Over the course of her time in mythology, she merged with a lot of other goddesses and kind of took in their parts of their own mythology. This is something we'll see a lot with gods. A lot of gods start off as one thing and turn into others. Just kind of they start off as one thing, they eventually take on traits of other ones, incorporate them into their own. She started off by, four of the interesting ones that she got merged with were Sothis, the goddess of the constellation Sirius, two cow goddesses, Hesat and Shentiet, as well as Aphrodite, becoming, I think it was Isis Aphrodite that was just called. Isis also was incredibly good at magic, one of the better mages amongst the Egyptian gods, which is saying something. She was also protecting souls that were going into the afterlife, and she eventually became considered to be the mother of kings. We'll go and talk to Yusuke. Go hang out with him. And we unlock a new location, Ueno.
All right. Indeed.
In addition to the exhibition aspect of the show, there's also an evaluation portion. I believe my piece truly stands out among the sea of art here. Yet, nobody's come to see it. Perhaps they are so afraid of the truth held within that they dare not take a closer look.
What's this supposed to be? It's a dark, almost sinister aura emanating from it. I see no... title is Desire. I see no desire here. I understand now. This area is for students. The artist likely decided to paint this on a whim. Indeed, there's neither elegance nor emotion in this piece. Come here, there are much more detailed paintings over there.
There's no need to worry, I'm not bothered in the slightest. There's nothing more than the drivel of unrefined commoners. I needn't pay any mind to them. As long as those who are in the know understand my work, I will be happy. This is... oh.
Wow.
Look, a knowledgeable patron has arrived. I would like your opinion, sir. What are your thoughts on this piece? I can clearly see why it was accepted into the exhibition. The technique is excellent. However, the composition as a whole is mediocre at best.
What did you say?
How dare you? Oh, are you the artist? The title's listed as Desire, but that idea is quite overused. Some may even call it stale. If you want to paint an abstract work with such an old theme, you must inject some individuality into it. What? Take another look. Try to remove yourself from the artist's bias. These brushstrokes are splendid given your age, but does this painting really tell you anything? It's empty, void of meaning. I suggest you take a more critical eye to your work in the future if you truly want to progress as an artist. My work is empty? Don't let it bother you. Indeed.
Why?
Why? I put my heart and soul into this piece, captured the very essence of desire. It was supposed to lay bare the reality of the world. Perhaps he was right. It may be empty after all. These colors, these brushstrokes, do not convey the true meaning of desire, only my conception of it. I haven't captured desire. Desire has captured me!
How could this be?
How could I have fooled myself into believing otherwise? It is as though I've been forsaken by the gods of art. This grave mistake shall be the end for me. Stop exaggerating. This is no exaggeration. I am well and truly finished. What is going to happen to me now? Without art, what will remain of my being? This isn't like you. Red.
Agreed.
You are correct. Surrendering myself to fate after only one failure would be very much unlike me. Still, being criticized by someone with such a keen eye is truly painful.
Okay.
But that is all the more reason I must break out of my slump. I must prove my ability to him. That's the spirit. I will start by painting. After that, I will paint, beyond which I shall paint even more. That is the only way I will learn to capture the essence of emotion. After all, you can only accomplish so much in using logic to analyze the contents of the heart. I hope you will allow me to continue my skill card services as well, Red. I shall conquer this. I'm getting a hang of my Yusuke voice. And he gets follow-up. It's not a big deal. Don't worry about it.
Let us return home.
Now then, let us head home. I wish to start anew. Slump, Ren and I apologize for causing a scene earlier. That one gentleman's critique made me fully realize what I've been lacking. Now, my path is clear. I will simply keep on drawing. I'm going to have 10 pieces finished up by the end of today. That's the spirit. If anything, I should be doing more. I'll do anything to escape this slump. With your support, I was able to pick myself up rather quickly today. Hope this doesn't discourage you from joining me again. I will get past this. Sorry for taking up so much of your time. We'll meet again soon. Yusuke's a lovely lad. What a lovely, lovely lad.
Ah, you're back.
And now we should be able to go over to Shinjuku and start the fortune. Also, I could probably, just while we already have Ariadne, I might as well talk about her. I did that on the fly before actually picking up my notes for her. So, good work by me. I have it spilled in there. Ariadne was a princess of Crete during around the era of the Odyssey. Not involved with the Odyssey exactly, that was Odysseus. She helped out with Theseus, who took down the Minotaur. Ariadne, while she was lonely, she was looked after by Dionysus, and eventually would, after her death, a crown that Dionysus gave her would become a star in the sky. She was on Theseus' journey, and she ended up getting left behind, which led to that aforementioned meeting with Dionysus. It's a little bit conflicted with exactly how she got left behind. Some of it says that Theseus had just abandoned her. There are some stories of whether or not it was just she had gotten sick, Theseus had left her to heal up, and then he got blown off course. She did help Theseus by means of helping him learn how to, because she was a princess of Crete, she helped Theseus enter and exit the labyrinth, and that helped him kill the Minotaur, who she was the sister of, and her other sister would eventually become Theseus' wife. She was also, in addition, a Minoan goddess of snakes or spiders.
What do you think?
Well, did her fate change?
Fine.
Fine, let's hear it. Please sit down.
Goodness gracious! Her boyfriend stopped abusing her? I don't believe it. But even if he did stop, her fate should still be heading down the path to misery without changing. I mean, look! What? The sequence of Arcana has completely changed. Death has moved far off into the future. No! This must be some sort of trick. What are you, a scam artist? You made a deal with her boyfriend or something, didn't you? Then what did you do? Did you plunge him into Tokyo Bay? Or cram him into a metal drum and dump insects on him? You must have taken some sort of extreme measures. Well, you certainly do seem ordinary. Yes, quite ordinary indeed. But there's no way that could have happened without you breaking the law. I mean, how could an ordinary high school student change the course of fate? Fine. I'm just going to have to verify your power. The very power that reversed my tarot card prediction. This is quite a serious situation for a fortune teller like me. I need to get to the bottom of this. You won't have to do anything. Just sit next to me while I tell fortunes. And if another unopposable fate happens to appear, then I'll test your power. What? No! Oh, I know. I'll read your fortune. Please? I'll even prioritize your readings over my regular customers. Besides, I'll be able to provide much more accurate predictions once I get to know you better. How does that sound? Is it a deal? Otherwise, I won't be able to go on. Please, I beg you. I need to know if fate truly can be changed. You will? Really? Okay then. I look forward to verifying your skills. Please don't blow me off, okay? We made a deal after all.
Unless you were lucky, there's no way you could have repeatedly done so many crimes. Or perhaps you had someone you consulted who gave you precise advice. You're not getting away this time with just luck.
I am thou. Thou art I. Thou hast acquired a new vow. It shall become the wings of rebellion that breaketh thy chains of captivity. With the birth of the fortune persona, I have obtained the winds of blessing that shall lead to freedom and new power.
The Fortune Confidant is one of the underrated best in the game. Luck reading already is actually really good. Temporarily increases the growth rate of a selected social stat. The way that this works is it will add an additional half of your gained stat on top of it. So it's a little bit weird. We can't actually see the exact value that something gives. So we get the 3 musical notes. Those are, again, 3 is, it has its number of values in terms of actually determining how far you are away from a growth. This luck reading, it will add an additional 1.5 times. So even though you will only see 3 music notes, if you do something with 3, you actually get more points on top of that. This works for the entirety of the day that you get it. So it can actually be really helpful, and I do believe that Shihaya is available to see during the day. So it's not just for when you do things at night. This can be incredibly helpful. The biggest issue with this with Fortune Teller is that it's expensive. Each reading does cost money. It costs 5,000 yen, which at this point is actually a pretty big dip, but as with most JRPGs, by endgame, money is no object at all. You'll have so much money. Fortune is amazing. This ability is fantastic, and honestly, all except for, I believe, like, one of the abilities is really good. One or two of them. I don't exactly... Right? Yeah. Right. Yeah, I think that aside from one or two, this one is fantastic. Again, it's expensive. It does cost money for each one, which I'm pretty sure off the top of my head it is 5,000. But luck reading, really good. I'm going to be using it for the next few days while I try to boost up charm. The level 5 is really, really good. Because I think I ran this at level 4 before I was going off of memory on that one. But level 5, that boosts up your confidant. Again, just there's a lot of varied things with Fortune, and it's underrated and really good. So I never hear this one talked about. A lot of times, you know, you'll see Strength really good. Especially when we get to the level 10 of Strength, that one is really good. Yoshida's, that's really good to have. Mishima's not too useful. Hifumi's is actually really useful when we get to it. Takemi's really nice. Kawakami's really nice. This one I never hear talked about, but it's amazing.
All right.
But Wheel of Fortune, that's what matters.
Is fate really something that can be changed? If it's really possible, then... Oh, it's getting late. Let's close up shop for today. It's past your curfew.
Mia-san. Forgot to get your contact info. There we go. I'll be contacting you soon, so please come for the verification test, okay? I suggest you don't try to get out of it, or else who knows what kind of black magic I'll have to resort to. I'll be there.
Yay!
Great, now our deal is official. Sorry for taking up so much of your time. Please be careful on your way home. I'll see you soon. Again, I'm really happy to get Fortune. Fortune's an amazing confidant.
Hey!
And why not? Let's boost up our skills on getting infiltration tools. I think this is also 1.5 times a gain.
All right.
No, okay, it's amount of. Okay, it's similar to that, kind of. Again, there's a lot of things I don't know the exact numbers on, but yeah. I skipped breakfast, so now I'm hungry. I want something filling, but with the summer coming up, I'm worried about having too many calories. What do you get tea? The diner in Shibuya serves fruit tea. It smells good, it's great for your skin, and it totally increases your charm. Fruity? What a cute name! Sounds yummy. Being stylish starts from inside out after all. Yes, I'll try some.
Wow.
Fruity, huh? And absolutely, that does sound delicious.
Good morning.
Anyway, good. What are you looking at? I'm looking at people who told me about a way I can increase my charm, which I really need.
Well,
Open your textbooks. Today we'll be talking about the Three Kingdoms character. A variety of heroes battling for dominance. Truly an epic time. Charismatic rulers and warlords with the command of 1,000 men may have their own appeal, but personally I think that the strategists who support them can't be ignored. Now then, Amamiya-kun. In the book, Zhuge Liang of Shu is famous for his exploits during the Battle of the Red Cliffs. He's also inventor of the baoji, a type of round dumpling, but the original name was based on
What is this?
What is the meaning of the original Chinese phrase that the dumpling's name comes from? I'm totally not being late on finding my guides. Definitely not. Barbarian's head.
This is it.
Very good.
That is correct. The original name, Manto, comes from a phrase meaning a barbarian's head. At the time, one region's barbarians would use a person's head as an offering to soothe the deity of a flooding river, but Zhuge Liang made a baoji in the shape of a head as a substitute. Zhuge Liang's a really interesting character. We aren't really going to get to talk about it much. Not really anything related to the Romance of the Three Kingdoms in this game, but I really love the Romance of the Three Kingdoms. Really interesting book. These days, you can find baoji with cute faces on. If you think about their origin, it's not too far off the mark.
Yep.
I don't know why, but I don't trust Makoto with cooking. Anyways, this went a little bit long, mainly because of my ranting and raving about the Fortune persona. Fortune Confidant, whatever. So, yeah. So during the day, we can go stop by Chihaya, get Fortune up. And, next time, we'll be doing some more stuff. So until then, see you guys later.